Welcome to Added Time with your host Ian Faby. This is where we talk all matters about football. Tuangalie nini ilifanyika futa hiyo weekend imepita na tuangalie matches zenye zinakuja this coming weekend. Na alafu bado tukiangalia bado transfer window ijafungwa, so lazima tuangalie which deals are to be done, which can be completed in time as the transfer window comes to a close on this Friday at 11:59 p.m. So on tukianzia last game weekend ilianza on a Friday, na hiyo game ilikuwa between Chelsea and Luton Town. I would say it was a easy win for Chelsea. Walikuwa home, they won that game by 3-0. I would say at least sasa watu wa Chelsea ndio the FC, at least hizi wanaweza sherekea kitu, but I don't think before apate game nyingine rahisi ya kushinda itakuwa long. And on Saturday game ya kwanza ilikuwa Bournemouth versus Tottenham, another easy win for Tottenham, na kidhani wako joint top on the top of the table wakiwa na the likes of West Ham na Tottenham wako juu ya meza. I would say like coach wa Tottenham, I would say is doing a good job at Tottenham, and let's see how the season will be for Tottenham. Wacha tuseme bado it's still early in the season, things can happen, as tunazoona kama sahi a few teams wamegongwa na some injury issues, but wacha tuone what awaits for Tottenham this season. Game ya pili ilikuwa Arsenal versus Fulham. Arsenal were held to a draw by 10 men Fulham, and I would say kidogo Arsenal kidogo hapo walipata draw, hata kama walikuwa wanafaa kupigwa na walikuwa watu 10. I would say hiyo kitu yenye Arsenal wana experiment, of which it's not wrong to experiment, kweka Thomas Partey as a right back and then he moves into midfield. I would say hiyo venye Arteta anajaribu kuforce issues, kutafutia Kai Havertz a place in the team, I would say it's not working. If it's not working, it's not working. The other game was Brentford Crystal Palace 1-1. It was a draw for both teams. It was I would say a bit of a boring game. The other one was Everton versus Wolves, and Wolves won that game by 1-0. Now Everton are in the market looking for a new striker, as mpaka wasai hawajamanage kufunga bao 3 games into the season, bado hawajafunga bao. Hiyo game nyingine ilikuwa Brighton versus West Ham, a shocking win for West Ham, ndio maana wako juu ya meza sahi. Watu wengi walikuwa na expect Brighton wa win, najua hata mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa nimesema Brighton to win, nilikuwa nimekelea bet pale nikasema Brighton to win, but it was a shocking result. Si watu wengi walikuwa na expect West Ham to go to Brighton and win, hata kama ukiangalia stats Brighton had the better possession and Brighton had around 78% possession na West Ham walikuwa na 22% possession, but whenever West Ham got the ball they were quick on the counter attack na wakashinda hiyo game by 3-1. Hiyo game nyingine ilikuwa Manchester United versus Nottingham. Manchester won that game by 3-2 after a shocking start to the game. Manchester United conceded 2 goals within a space of 5 minutes. Within the opening 5 minutes, Manchester United were 2 goals down, but Captain Bruno came through. He brought us back into the game. Bao ya kwanza ilifungwa na Eriksen, and Bruno Fernandes had a play to that. I would say if Bruno Fernandes was not in that game, sidhani Man U angetoka na victory. And I would say something pale hivyo Man U kidogo kumekuwa na injuries. Luke Shaw is out injured. Varane it's seemingly like he'll be out injured for a while. Na hapo kidogo sasa tumerudi kwa Maguire, na watu wengi walikuwa wanatarajia Harry Maguire to leave the club, but stories are transfers tutakuja tuziongelelea in the next segment. On Sunday tulikuwa na Burnley versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa won that game by 3-1, and I would say Unai Emery is doing a good job at Aston Villa. He got backed during the transfer window. Aston Villa wamespendo, I guess this season Aston Villa wataki mchezo na wanacheza, I guess ni Europa Conference League, and I think they will I would say they will win that. They will win the Europa Conference League easily, as tunajua Unai Emery ikifika ni knockout competitions is a must at that. Game nyingine ilikuwa Sheffield United versus Man City. I would say it was a tough day for Man City, hata kama walishinda hiyo game by 2-1. It was a tough afternoon for Man City, but a win is a win. So Man City, wacha tutaona kama bado hii season watakuwa kama last season. I would say squad ya Man City na kadhin kiasi, but they have top quality players. Let's see how the season will go for Man City. Hiyo game ingine ilikuanga Newcastle United versus Liverpool, na kulikuanga na controversial red card for Virgil van Dijk. For me, I would say it's a debatable red card. Hata watu wengi wanasema iko inafaa kuwa red card, but for me I would say hata kama angepewa yellow ilikuwa sawa, hata kama bado alipewa red juu Van Dijk alistop a goal scoring opportunity. Na I would say it's a red, and he's still being charged by the FA for abuses towards the referee. Hiyo story tutakuja kuiangalia hapo kidogo baadaye. Na lakini Liverpool walishinda hiyo game by 2-1 after 2 brilliant goals from Darwin Núñez. I would say this season Darwin Núñez will come good this season. I guess last season was his first season in the EPL. Alikuwa unsettled kidogo, and I would say he will have a good season this season. Na kutoka hapo sasa acha tutakuja tuangalie ni games gani zitakuwa this weekend. But before we get to games gani zitakuwa hii weekend, wacha tuangalie some transfer news. Bado transfer window ijafungwa. As I had said earlier, the transfer window will be closed on 31st of August at 11:59 p.m. So bado right now clubs are rushing to sign players to fill holes kwenye, kama season imeanza kumekuwa na some injuries, so clubs right now are trying to complete a few deals. Na kitu cha kwanza hapa ndio Manchester United are linked with Marc Cucurella from Chelsea. It's a loan deal. Pale tunasema Luke Shaw, Manchester United left back, aliumia and is set to be out until December. Na backup yake mwenye alikuanga Tyrell Malacia, he was out injured before hiyo season nyingine ishe, alitoka kama akiwa na injury, and it was a long term injury, na he said to come back within 3 weeks. So right now Manchester United have been left without a left back. That's why Manchester United are out to sign Marc Cucurella. Sahi the deal is not yet done, but Marc Cucurella personal terms agreed, and now Manchester United and Chelsea are out negotiating the loan fee. It's not a permanent move, it's a loan deal. So that's what now Manchester United and Chelsea are negotiating, the loan fee na nani salary yake nani atasimamia. Next up we have bado, it's been dragging out for the last 2 months. Sofiane Amrabat to Manchester United, Florentina midfielder. Tunasai bado yo midfielder Manchester United inahitaji mtu mwingine, and imekuwa rumored, it's not a rumor, Sofiane Amrabat has been waiting on Manchester United for the last 2 months. Na Manchester United are confident watakuwa wamejaribu complete that deal before the 31st of August, before transfer window ifungwe. Na bado the outgoings, kuna Harry Maguire is set to stay at Manchester United after his deal with West Ham broke, ika fall through, so it did not go through. Your deal haitafanyika, so Harry Maguire is set to remain at Manchester United, of which it makes no sense to me. Juu hata pata playing time, juu hata kama ile time Varane ameumia, Erik ten Hag would rather put Luke Shaw at center back before yake Harry Maguire hapo, of which did not make sense to me. Kwa nini Harry Maguire alikataa kuchukua hiyo deal ya West Ham? Na another outgoing, kumekuwa na rumors that Scott McTominay has been linked with Bayern Munich, and wacha tuone kama Bayern Munich wata go through with that deal. Na alafu Chelsea are still out there trying to make more transfers, trying to bring in more players, of which sielewi kwa nini they are not going for a striker. Sahi wameweka bid for Arsenal player Smith Rowe, of which Arsenal wanasema they are not willing to let go of the player, na of which makes sense. He's a young player who has been coming through the Arsenal academy. Arsenal have said they are not willing to let go of the player. Wacha tuone kama Chelsea wataongeza pesa kidogo, na kama nani wataitikia pesa, kama Arsenal wataitikia pesa. Kijana mwingine wa Arsenal, Balogun, amejoin Monaco for 40 million euros. Imekuwa completed today, wacha tuone kama kijana akienda huko. Last season alikuwa on loan at a French club of which I'm not sure ilikuwa, sijui kama ilikuwa ni haikuwa Monaco, can't remember ilikuwa timu gani, but he had a really good season last season Balogan akiwa on loan, of which mean ilikuwa nadhani akirudi back to Arsenal this season Arteta will include him in the team after kama sahi Gabriel Jesus ako out injured, but amesema hapana, wacha ende wamemuuza so that Arsenal can recoup that money they used during the transfer window. Bado Romelu Lukaku bado hajapata club after Juventus tried to sign him and he was booed off by the Juventus fans. So bado sahi Romelu Lukaku still has no club, but he's set to join Roma. Aende join Mourinho huko in Roma. Na another transfer story imekuwa ikifanyika of late, Mateus Nunes from Wolves to join Manchester City. The player Wolves walikuwa nataka 70 million, Man City they are only willing to pay 60, and so the player has gone on strike. Awacha tuone kama Man City will complete the deal. Another player mwenye alikuwa rumored kwenda, Kylian Mbappe, said he will not be leaving PSG, and PSG have come to terms with that. Na sahi at the weekend he was included in the PSG team na akafunga bao. Wacha tuone what this season Kylian Mbappe will do, kama atatoka PSG on a free next season. Sasa wacha tuone tuangalie what matches will be having during the weekend. Tuangalie who will face each other, na before tufike hapo tunaweza angalia kidogo mambo ya nini FPL. Najua pale hivyo Fantasy Premier League pale kuna wase kadhaa wanakuanga wakicheza hiyo kitu, na najua hii ilikuwa wiki yangu mbaya. Hii wiki nimetoka na 60 points ukiangalia average ilikuwa 43, so I would say I'm not badly off. Tume codes pale to join ligi ndio tuko tuna compete ikifika ni weekendi. Watu wako na stress kidogo pale hivyo FPL, usikuwa ati stress tu ni manzi yako, hapana, wacha ujiongezee stress kidogo pale FPL. On Friday ndio wacha tuangalie the matches that will be happening this weekend. On match day 4 ama game week 4 itakuwa kick off between Luton Town and West Ham. For me I would go for a West Ham win. I don't think Luton hata kama Luton will be hard to break down watakuwa at home, but West Ham will win that game by 1-0, and your prediction yangu. On Saturday tutakuwa kickoff itakuwa Sheffield United versus Everton. That will be the first game at 2:30 p.m. early kickoff, followed by Brentford versus Bournemouth. Hizo games zitakuwa 5. Burnley versus Tottenham, Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Tukiangalia Brentford na Bournemouth, tasema Brentford are at home, so I would go for a Brentford win, and Tottenham are on good form, so I would go for a Tottenham win. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest, again Chelsea are still at home, I would go for a Chelsea win. Man City versus Fulham, I would say it will be a tough game for Man City. I will go for a controversial 1-1 draw, juu hata kama Fulham walienda pale hivyo Arsenal and they caused problems, so I would say Fulham are a good team and they will cause Man City problems. I'll go for a 1-1 draw, ama Man City washinde hiyo game by 1 goal. In the last game of the day tutakuwa na Brighton versus Newcastle. Kwa game kidogo because both teams wame lose during the weekend na watakuwa nataka bounce back, so I will go for a 2-2 draw. Inaka kwa good entertaining game. On Sunday we'll be having Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Wolves wamekuwa on good form. I would go for, but Crystal Palace wako nyumbani, so I would go for 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Liverpool versus Aston Villa, itakuwa ina depend sana, for Liverpool I will say Aston Villa will cause them problems, juu bado naona midfield ya Liverpool bado kidogo it's lacking kidogo, so I will go for an Aston Villa win. They will win that game by 1-0. And the game of the day, Arsenal versus Manchester United. Gani kali kati ya Man U na Arsenal? I would go for Manchester United win. I will go for a 1-0 draw, for a 1-0 win to Manchester United. Hata kama Arsenal pale kidogo wanajaribu, wacha nitaamini